Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast YouTube channel for instant match reaction to Hibs nil Rangers 1, which was obviously beat Hibs 1-0 at Ibrox as well. So back to back 1-0s against Hibs, same 3 points, same goal at the end of the day. So very happy with the result. You'll notice I'm myself today, but I'll try and do my best to get through sort of everything in the video, in the game in this video. If you like this video, give us a subscribe, goes a long way. I think we're on like 64 or something now as well, so that'd be very appreciated. But we'll go into the game, the thoughts of the game and stuff now. We'll start with the first half. Felt like the first half was poor in terms of going forward, creating chances. Although we did have one opening minute actually. It was a free kick for Tavernier, Goldson header. Never really went to him, but it was a chance to start off. It looked like we'd be starting off pretty attacking. But one thing you've got to take into account with this game was the pitch at Hibs was poor. Really poor pitch. Didn't benefit Hibs or Rangers, to be quite honest with you. So limited to the very few opportunities. Hibs did have a few. I'd say probably Hibs were the better team in the first half, because we didn't play our maximum potential. I mean, it didn't seem to click. I don't know what the problem is sometimes in the first half when we go away from home and it doesn't really work out. But tonight was another instance of that. And obviously, the main talking point probably the first half is going to be that Alfredo Morelos stamp on Porteous. Personally, from my point of view, he's really lucky he's still staying on the pitch. I feel like it's daft. You could maybe say, oh, he's trying to step over him and he accidentally does it, but I feel like he's trying to leave a bit on Porteous. It's stupid to do, obviously, being on the reputation Morelos has up in Scotland so far. It's stupid to make any sort of challenge like that. Has the referee trying to make a decision as well? So you want to get that out of his game, but he's Alfredo Morelos at the end of the day. He's never going to change, but you hope that it will maybe turn a corner, because it can cost us sometimes. And as you probably heard throughout the full game, the commentary, that's all they had to talk about. Not the scoring, but that's all they had to talk about was apparently nasty Morelos. So he's lucky, but for the way they were talking about Andy Walker and all that on the telly, was out of order. Obviously, it's a talking point in that, but he's stayed in the park. I don't see any problem with that. The way they mentioned it sounded like I was watching Crime Watch, to be quite honest with you. So, that was probably the biggest thing in the first half. That's about it. Poor. We had to come out in the second half and really put on a performance, which I feel like we did to an extent. We looked way better anyway. Just in general, where all our player forward defence for the full 90 was great, but in the second half I thought we were particularly good going forward. Kept it solid at the back still. So we had a tidy move in Morelos. Aribo, I think it was Kent. That gets us the opening goal, which, looking at it, it's a great goal. Morelos does very well to tuck his finish in, and that just shuts everything up for what they were saying in the first half about him. He really does have the last laugh every single time, Alfredo Morelos. So happy for him to get the goal, but shortly after it should have been 2-0. Could probably blame the pitch for that again. Aribo sort of gets a wee flick on it, just sort of flicks up on the top of his foot and he puts over the bar. But looking at that was probably the second biggest chance of the game. Could have been on another day, but it wasn't to be. The second goal, it looked like it could be coming, but Hibs were coming more into the game after we scored. Seemed to have waked them a bit up for the second half. They came into it, although they never done anything to really threaten us. They had a lot more of the ball for then up to about the 70th minute, and we'll try to hurt us for any other way, crosses and such, but they never had anything great to really trouble Al McGregor in the second half. So, like, Kent had one in the 77th minute or something. 75th, 77th minute, which I remember he powered it straight at the keeper. That was probably about the last decent chance. Itten also had a chance in the last minute as well. But it was a good win. It really was. Obviously, the performance wasn't there for the majority of the game, but I feel that the win is always the most important thing. We came away with 3 points again. We probably necessarily didn't play as well against Hibs at Ibrox as well, and came away with 3 points in a 1-0 victory. So I'm happy with the night. Ryan Jack also returning to the starting lineup's a great thing to see. Played well. Kamara played well throughout the second half. Thought Hollander was absolutely outstanding today, to be quite honest with you. Everything that came into the box, he was dealing with. And for me, if anybody that watches the podcast anyway, I'm a big Hollander fan as it is. I just feel that he should be the main centre back next to Goldson going forward. I'd love to obviously know your thoughts about that one in the comments or on the Twitter. But that's probably about it for the night, to be quite honest with you. Few decent performances. I didn't think Aribo was really there tonight, but decent performance, great win, and you're probably not going to hear anything about the fact that Rangers won the game. All you're going to hear about is Alfredo Morelos stamp on Porteous, and that's just the reality of the guy in Scottish media. So we move on to St Johnstone now. Sadly, no game at the weekend because Celtic decided to go to Dubai. So next Wednesday, St Johnstone at home. I'll be back on the channel. I don't know if Lewis will be back, but I'll be back doing a transfer roundup video on Friday as well, because there's been quite a lot of business occurring, and obviously it's near the end of the transfer window as well. So stay tuned for that sort of stuff. And let me know about Morelos and any other thoughts you had about the game in the comments or on Twitter as well at Avielasa21. So that's been the video. And cheers.